Good evening all. Audio video clear. Welcome all of you to this live lecture where we are discussing the topic clock and time or clock problems. Please mention whether the audio video is clear. Audio video. Yes. Okay. So this lecture is part of the series where we are discussing all topics of UPSC CSAT for the upcoming UPSC Civil Service exam. And this series is not only for UPSC aspirants, this is like a common series for other exams also, because these topics are there in other exams like CSIR NET, GATE and other similar aptitude tests. So invite your friends to be part of the series. All UPSC aspirants and other exam aspirants, please invite them, share the link or share the playlist. And new aspirants, do subscribe the channel so that you will get updates. By clicking the bell icon, you will get updates whenever we go for a live lecture. For the new people, these are the books I have written for general aptitude. CSIR NET aspirants, the bestseller book for aptitude which is written by me is available in Amazon and Flipkart. And if you want the ebook of the flashcards that we are discussing in the class, the ebook is available in the mobile application Christy's classes. Check the description of the video to get access to that. And other resources, there are free resources we are providing as part of Christy's classes. Those free resources that is available in the website christyvarghese.in, in the Telegram channel, WhatsApp group and mobile application Christy's classes. You can scan these QR codes or check the description of the video to get direct link to access those resources. And also check out the other playlist in this channel, especially those who are preparing for different exams. Dedicated videos for different exams are also available in this channel. And for speed maths also, if you want to learn speed maths, those videos are also available in this channel. Okay, so this is a 21st lecture in the series. Those of you missed the previous lectures, the recordings are available. So 21st lecture, clock problems or clock and time related problems. So I will teach you the basic theory needed to do questions from this chapter. There is one formula that will be very helpful in many questions. Angle between hour hand and minute hand. As you know, a clock have three types of hands are there, na? Hour hand, minute hand and second hand. Most of the question what you need is hour hand and minute hand. So the angle between hour hand and minute hand, that is one type of question that can be asked directly or indirectly. So the formula is half into modulus of 60h minus 11m, where h is the hour hand value, m is the minute hand value. I will explain this concept with a question so that you will get clarity. Try this question, all of you. Yes, Sonia, in the chat you can mention the doubt. And new students, if you want to discuss more about any questions, there is a discussion group we are providing in Telegram channel. In the description of the video, there is a Telegram channel link. There is an associated group in that channel where you can post your doubts, where you can access, where you can get the links also and where you can get the answer for your doubts also. Sonia, in Play Store you can search. Yeah, it is only for Android. The iOS version is not available. In the future it will be available, but currently only Android devices. The app is there. Okay, some of you already got the answer. So I will start explaining this question. Using the formula you can directly get. But before that, some people at least may think, why can't 0 be the answer? Because 7:35 means hour hand 7, minute hand also 7. Na? 35 minutes means minute hand is also on 7. Yeah, you have to imagine the wall clock. That is a challenge in this chapter. Because now we see the digital version of time in our smartphone or in our smart watches also. We see more digital versions. But this chapter is purely based, or most of the questions are based on the analog clock. That is why you have to imagine the analog clock. That is a challenge. So 7:35, the answer is not 0 because minute hand is on 7, agreed, but hour hand is not on 7. By the 35 minutes, the minute hand have swept. Hour hand is also moving proportionately. Na? That is what we are going to discuss. How many how much our hand will move in every minute, every hour, every 5 minutes, etc. But anyway, it will move forward. That is why it is not a zero angle, it is more than zero angle. And that is where you can use this formula directly. Half into modulus of 60h minus 11m. 735 is the time, so h is 7 and m is 35. Just substitute it directly. Half into 60 into 7 minus 11 into 35. So yeah, here you can use a speed math. These are the importance of speed math in these exams. In this formula always 11 will be there. So multiplication with 11, if you know the shortcut, you can answer this super fast. 35 into 11, to multiply any 2-digit number with 11, just sandwich the sum of digits in between the digits. 35 into 11 is 3 plus 5, 8. You should sandwich in between 35. That will be the answer. Super easy, na? 35 into 11 is 3 and 5 in between, 3 plus 5, 8. If it is 43 into 11, 4 and 3 in between, 4 plus 3, 7. So 473. 11 means 11, the number 11, Shanti. But if it is 38, yeah, good doubt. If it is 38 into 11, there you can do the same thing, but one small problem is there. 3 and 8 in between, 3 plus 8, 11 if you add, that is a 2-digit number. You can only sandwich 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So the next 1 digit should be carried over to the next step. Just like in multiplication, at 1 digit, if you get 2 digit, you have to carry it over. Na? Same thing here. Here, when you sandwich, you can only sandwich 1 digit, the last digit. The remaining digit should be carried over. So 418 will be the answer. Hope it is clear. Again, that is not today's topic. These kinds of speed maths I have already discussed in the speed maths playlist. Vedic mathematics and speed maths. There is a playlist. Mendel mathematics. There is a playlist in this channel. You can check it out for further learning. Okay. Anyway, 11 into 35. That way you can multiply it super fast. So 385 it will be. 420 minus 385 is 35. What is this modulus meaning? Those of you have doubt about modulus. Modulus means even if it is a negative value, you have to take the negative of that negative value to make it positive. I will explain. Minus 6 modulus means minus 6 minus of minus 6. That is minus into minus plus 6. If it is plus 6 modulus, that is also 6. Or mathematically it is defined as modulus of x is equal to x if x is positive. If x is positive, it is minus x if x is negative. In school you have learned this, but if you have forgotten it, that is about modulus. Because minute cannot be negative. That is why we need this modulus. Sorry, angle cannot be negative. That is why modulus of 35, that will make it 35 itself. So half into 35, 17.5. All of you are clear about this formula. Please respond. Half into 60h minus 11m. Is it completely clear? There are other ways of doing this question also, but this formula is the easy way, or this is easy for all questions. That is why all questions where angle between hour hand and minute hand is needed. So try one more question super fast, or I will show you another question. Try this question. 640. Little more time consuming. Those of you are watching me live or recorded, if you are feeling that this session is useful for you, do hit the like button. That will help this video to reach to more and more people. And I like this video to reach to more and more people. Let more people learn general aptitude, or let more people learn CSAT topics easily by this playlist. If you feel it is beneficial, do hit the like button, and if possible, share it among your friends in your Telegram channels or Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups. Okay, this question please try. Some of you already got the answer super fast. Very good, very good. So 640, yeah, if you have a idea of the time angle in your mind, that will give you better perspective. So 640 is the time. So half into 60 into 6 minus 11 into 40. Na? So 60 into 6, 11 into 40. 11 into 40, as it is 40, it is easy. Even if you don't use the short trick also, it is easy. So it is half into 360 minus 440. Here you can see the negative number. Half into 360 minus 440 is minus 80. Minus 80 modulus is minus into minus 80. That is plus 80. half into 80 it will be, that will be 40 degree. All of you understood? That is the relevance of this modulus symbol. But remember, modulus symbol, this is how it is expanded. X if x is positive, minus x if x is negative. This is important in some question. That is why this modulus idea, it is better to keep in mind. Okay, all of you understood this much. Please respond. Now few more theory regarding this chapter I will teach you. So this formula is completely clear. Now I'll come back to this. In 1 minute, minute hand will move how much degree, how much angle it will move. This is an important concept. And in 1 hour, how much angle our hand will move. First we will discuss about our hand. From 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, that is 1 hour, our hand will move how much? Our hand will move from here to here. Na? How much it is? How much angle it is? This is a full circle. Na? A wall clock is a full circle. So the central angle is 360 degree. It is divided into 12 equal portions. So 360 by 12, 30 degree will be each of these sectors. Are you getting it? So in 1 hour, our hand will move 30 degree. All of you clear? In 1 hour, our hand will move 30 degree. Is it completely clear? Or in 5 minute division, our hand will move 30 degree. That is also same. Because in 1 hour, 5 minute divisions. These are minute divisions. The terms you should be clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute divisions. Na? And another thing is, in 1 hour, minute hand will move how much degree? In 1 hour, minute hand will move 60 minutes. That means a full cycle is completed. Na? In 1 hour, minute hand will cover a full cycle. So 360 degree minute hand will be covering in terms of angle. And in 1 minute, how much will minute hand will move? In 1 minute. In 1 minute, minute hand will move how much? From here to here. Now what is it? That also you can logically understand. 360 degree is total full circle. That is divided into 60 equal divisions. So divided by 60, it is 6 degree. Each of these minute divisions is 6 degree. All of you clear? Please respond. Now you can do one more thing. In 1 minute, our hand will move how much? In 1 minute, our hand will move how much? In 60 minutes, our hand will move 30 degree. We understood, na? So in 1 minute, our hand will move 1 by 60th of 30 degree. That is half degree. So that also you can keep in mind. These are some things which was not directly asked till now, but it can be asked. In 1 minute, our hand will move half degree. That means in 1 minute, minute hand 6 degree, our hand half degree means there is a difference of 5.5 degree. There is a difference of 5.5 degree between minute hand and our hand in every minute. In every minute. That also keep in mind. All of you understood this much? Then this concept is very important. Angle between minute hand and our hand repeats after 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. Any particular angle will repeat after 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. I will explain that with this example of 0 degree. 0 degree can be expressed as hands coinciding. Our hand and minute hand coinciding. Our hand and minute hand coinciding, one such time is 12 o'clock. All of you are able to imagine that at 12 o'clock, our hand and minute hand will coincide. All of you agree this? Our hand and, or if you are not agreeing or if you are not clear about it, look at this picture. Our hand and minute hand will coincide at 12 o'clock. All clear? It is one over the other. Na? That means angle between them is 0 degree. So let us take 0 degree as the reference. This 0 degree will be repeated when? The theta, angle between our hand, minute hand, theta will be repeated. 0 degree will be repeated when? Is it after 1 hour? Let us see after 1 hour what happens. After 1 hour it is 1 o'clock. Is it 0 degree? No. As we discussed, in 1 hour our hand will move 30 degree. So there is a gap of 30 degree between them. So it is not 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes is not enough. 5 more minutes. Let us see 5 more minutes what will happen. In that 5 minutes, minute hand will reach here. In that 5 minutes, minute hand will reach here. But by that 5 minutes, our hand will go a little further. Na? In every minute, our hand is moving half degree. So in 5 minutes, our hand will move little more further. Na? Are you agreeing? And that is what is written here. An angle between our hand, minute hand will repeat after 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. 60 minutes means 1 hour. 5 minutes, in that 5 minutes, our hand will go a little extra. That extra can be compensated by 5 by 11 more minutes. 5 by 11 more minutes. 5 by 11 minutes, if you convert it into seconds, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 5 by 11 into 60, if you do, you will get approximately 27. That calculation part you can do later. That means 65 minutes, 27 seconds later, any angle will repeat itself. Any angle will repeat itself. That means at 12 o'clock if it happens, the next time it will happen is 1:5:27 seconds. All of you are understanding this? This time will be 1:5:27 seconds or 1 hour 5 minutes, 5 by 11 minutes. 5 by 11 minutes is 27 seconds. Now what will be the next time? Can you tell me? By the logic we discussed now, 65 minutes 27 seconds later, any particular time will repeat. By that logic, what you can say about the next time? 1:5:27 means 1:5:27 means 65 and 5 by 11, 27 seconds means 60 minutes is 1 hour. 5 minutes, 5 plus 5, 10 minutes. 27 plus 27, 54 seconds. Sorry, it is 2 here. Adding 1. So it is 2, 10, 54. Approximately, because it is not exactly 27. That means that way you can generate all the time when 0 degree is repeated. This is also a concept that can be asked. And that is what is written in this flashcard. By just adding 65 and 5 by 11 minutes or 65 minutes 27 seconds. 65 minutes is 1 hour 5 minutes 27 seconds. And that is how this entire list is created. That means if you know 12 o'clock it happens, you can add this and find all other times. That is one way of saying it. Otherwise, if you don't want that, for example, if the question is asking between 6 and 7, when 0 degree is obtained. Another way of doing it is 0 is equal to half into 60 into h minus 11 into m. That way also you can do. Between 6 and 7 means our hand value is 6 now. The formula we discussed in the beginning of this class. By simplifying this also you can find. Ashwin, by hearting is not needed. Without by hearting also you can do it. Because I will show you. Either you can use this formula. This formula, the only problem is, if it is not 0 degree, it will take little more time to derive it. Otherwise, another way is, as you know that 1:5 by 11 is added. For example, if you want to know between 3 and 4 when 0 degree is created, you know that from 12 you need to add 3 times 1:5 by 11. So 1:5 by 11 multiplied by 3, add it to 12 o'clock. If you are good at arithmetic, you can do that way. That is 3, 15, 5 by 11, 3 times is 15 by 11. Add it to 12 o'clock. 15 by 11, again, the fraction simplification part is little tricky. If you think that all is very tricky, then by heart it. That is what I will say. Otherwise, if you are good with arithmetic, you don't have to by heart it. You can derive it yourself. This will be 316 because 15 by 11 is 1 plus mixed fraction, improper fraction conversion I taught you in the previous lectures in this playlist. So 116 4 by 11. Sorry, 316 4 by 11. That way you can derive. Are you understanding? I am teaching you little more complicated concepts also so that you can try any questions coming from this chapter. That is why don't get panicked if you feel it is very difficult. So anyway, that will help you to derive this list and look at this list. 11 between 11 and 12, that will be 1160 itself. 1160 and 12 o'clock are same. That means between 11 and 12 also it is 12 o'clock. Between 12 and 1 also it is 12 o'clock. So that cannot be counted twice. That means what we understood it is in 12 hour, hands coinciding or 0 degree angle will happen in 11 times only. Not 12 times, 11 times only. So in 24 hour, how many times? 11 plus 11, 22 times. So in a day, 22 times hands will coincide. This is also an important theory. How many times minute hand and hour hand will coincide in a day? 22 times. Not only coincide, the question can also be hands opposite to each other or collinear. Hands opposite to each other or collinear. Hands opposite to each other means like this, 180 degree. For that also, you don't have to learn a different series. Start from 6 o'clock. As you know, 6 o'clock, 180 degree is formed. Na? Then add 1, 5, 5 by 11 to this. And just the same way you can create the series. Look at the minute hand part. It is same na. 5, 5 by 11, 10, 10 by 11. But the starting point is 6 o'clock. That's the only difference. And this is applicable for 90 degree also. But 90 degree or right angle happens in two different ways. Minute hand before our hand case is there. Minute hand after our hand case is also there. In every hour, generally 2 times 90 degree can be obtained. That means in a day, if the question is asking in a day 0 degree is happening how many times? 22 times. 180 degree 22 times. But 90 degree 44 times. Because double the number. Sure Ashwin, if you want to by heart, definitely you can by heart it, no problem. All of you understood this? This was asked in a simple way in one of the previous UPSC exam. I'll show you that. Just see what the question is asking and carefully try it. Try this question, all of you, super fast. As I told, this chapter, the major challenge is the relatability. How much you are seeing analog clock, that is also a factor. How much you can relate to that image, or when you hear a time, if you are able to relate it to the analog clock, it may be little more easy to understand also. That is okay. I am not saying that before the exam now you have to start always using analog clock or analog watch only. But that will help. So try this, all of you. This was asked in 2014. Okay, I'll explain. Some of you got the answer. Very good. Assume that the hour hand and minute hand of the clock are moving without jerking. Yeah, normally the hands of the clock will not move with jerking. It will move smoothly. Na? So that all are just build up to the question just to confuse you or just to make you feel panicked in the exam that this question is very difficult. So this is just stating the obvious. The clock shows the time between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So it is 8 something. Hands of the clock are one above the other. How many minutes, after how many minutes with that will the two hands be again lying one above the other? Actually this 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock also is not relevant at all. Hands of the clock were one over the other at a particular time. Now after how many minutes that will be again like that? That is what I just taught you. 65 and 5 by 11 minutes later. Nearest integer. 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. Nearest integer is 65. Na? So option C is the answer. Or in the option, the nearest value to 65 and 5 by 11 is 65. Na? Are you all understanding this? Super easy. Na? Just the theory I taught you now. That 8 to 9, 9 to 10 idea is not needed. If you want to, this is what the question is saying. Between 8 and 9, hands are up one over the other like this, 0 degree. Between 9 to 10, when it will happen? After 1 hour, 5 minutes, 27 seconds, or after 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. So that is what I just taught you as a theory itself. So as theory, that theory already you know means you don't have to do anything else. And in that flashcard also that is given. That is why I told you by hearting this is not important. Because the way the question is asked even more simple till now. But we can't say in the future they will ask more difficult questions. Between 8 and 9 that is 8:43 7 by 11. Between 9 and 10 it is 9:49 1 by 11. Between this there is almost 65 minutes. Almost 65 minutes. All clear? So that theory is also clear. Then try this question. This is also a beautiful question. If you use the right method, it is super easy to answer this question. Try this question. 2015 this was asked. All of you make a try. imagine the situation, then it will be easier. Okay, I'll explain. Between 6 and 7, the minute hand of a clock will be ahead of the hour hand by 3 minutes. So 3-minute difference. You can imagine the picture something like this. 3-minute division means if this is the hour hand, 1, 2, 3 divisions. It is just a rough picture. 3 divisions in between. 3-minute divisions in between. Then what is that time? Again, if you have a proper idea of the clock, it is very easy. Look at each option. That itself eliminates the question. Na? First of all, minute hand is ahead of hour hand. If minute hand is over the hour hand, time will be what? That is what we just discussed. Exact time you can find with that 65 5/11 minute theory. But the time will be after 6:30. Are you all agreeing it is after 6:30? Minute hand, because 6 o'clock, hour hand will be at 6 when the minute hand, when the time is 6 o'clock. So after 6 is the time, so definitely hour hand is after 6. So minute hand is over hour hand will be 6:30 something. But minute hand should cross the hour hand means it should be more than 6:30. Na? It should clearly be above 6:30. So these two options are eliminated because it is before 6:30. Na? Or just draw 6:15. You will get better perspective if you are not at all understanding. 6:15 is something like this. Na? Here minute hand is before our hand. Question clearly says minute hand is after our hand. Ahead of our hand. After. So clearly these two options are wrong. 6:18 also something like this. Yeah, try experimenting it with options. Then it is super easy. The problem is we feel that these are very difficult. These are too much math. It is more than math. It is more reasoning you have to use here. Your logic you have to use here. The problem is from school days we were told that math is boring. Math is not interesting at all. Math is not relatable to real life. Math is very relatable. We are deriving a logic when we see a real life thing that is being generalized to form a mathematical equation or a formula. The problem is we are by-hearting that formula rather than the logic behind or the observation that happened behind it. So start observing patterns around you. That itself is the best way to learn or start loving maths. Okay, that is not today's topic. So coming back to, so these two options are eliminated. Now 636 and 648. 645 is something like this. Clearly 645, 640. Between this there is a 5-minute division. Na? We want only 3-minute division. Our hand is between 6 and 7. So clearly 5-minute division, 10-minute division is not acceptable at all. So 648 is clearly gone. Our hand is between 6 and 7. So our after 6:30 means our hand have crossed half of 6 and 7. So minute hand will be somewhere between 35 to 40 only. That is the logic we have used. 3 options are way away from that time. That is why those 3 options are eliminated. This is not the only way to do this. There are other ways only also, but this is the best way to solve this. This is the elimination way of doing it, which takes very less time. As I am telling from many of the previous classes, please don't restrict yourself with 1 or 2 methods only. There are at least 15 shortcut ways of doing, or there are 15 ways of doing aptitude questions, whether it is for CSAT, whether it is for any other test. These are the 15 methods which I have which I am not saying I have derived. These are the common observation anyone can make. But I have just compiled it into a set of 15 methods. So these 15 methods by which it is very easy. Options tougher also, that is why I told you, Ashwin, if the options are tougher, still you can observe that the answer should be very close to 635. They will not make more closer than that, saying 635 and half, 635 and quarter. Likewise, they won't ask. That is what we understand from the previous year papers. They don't do that much tougher options. But if it is that much tougher, you have to use the formula. Half into 60h minus 11m formula you can use. How? 3 minutes means 3 minutes is equal to 6 degree, 6 degree, 6 degree, 18 degree. That 18 degree you can use into the formula and you solve the question. That is the other way. Due to lack of time, I am skipping that. So try this question, 2021 problem. Omay Ashok in our type of class, really wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the good words. Thank you for the encouragement. Those of you are watching this recording also, thanks a lot for the good words you are putting in the comment section. That is really an encouragement to continue the series with better energy. So thank you, Varsha. Yeah, that will be definitely helpful for the series to reach to more and more people. Yeah, the only benefit I want from the series is I want to reach to more and more people. As I have told in many previous session, this playlist is not running by YouTube ads also. I have disabled ads also for the series because many students suggested 1 month before the exam or 2 months before the exam, the ads will be like diverting when watching the recording or watching the live session. That is why the ads is also not there. The only motivation for me to continue is I want to reach to more and more people with aptitude or math made simple or aptitude made simple. Because I have told this to my classroom students many times. I love the subject math and I feel that others also should understand that this is a very beautiful subject. So math, when understood properly, and math and logic, I don't distinguish it. I understand it in the same way. Quantitative, aptitude, reasoning, all are just logic itself. Math is just extending the logic. That way, if you start understanding, math will be super easy. Okay, this question also, we have discussed already the logic behind this or the theory that is needed behind this. Many of you got an answer, wonderful. At which one of the following times do the hour hand and minute hand of the clock mark an angle of 180 degree with each other? I told you already at 6 o'clock it is 180 degree. Na? Is it clear? And what did I teach you? 155 by 11 minutes later or 1 hour 5 minutes 27 minutes later, any angle will be repeated. So 180 degree also will be repeated after 1,527 seconds. Na? That means if 6 o'clock this happens, add 1,527 to that. That is 7,527 is the exact time. Exact means this 27 is an approximation. It is little less than 27. But 7,527. So what is the answer? It is between 7,5 and 7,10. Na? 7,527, that is why it is after 7,5, not before 7,5. Or as Ashwin was mentioning, if you are by hearting the table, that way also you can do. But for that question, by hearting was not needed because they were not exactly asking what was the time. 755 by 11, this is what the question is asking. But roughly, is it between 7 to 7.5? Is it between 7.5 to 7.10? That is also asked. And even if it is not, if it is asking exact time also, you can find using that pattern. 6 o'clock adding 155 by 11. Yeah, I agree that it was 1 hour after 6 o'clock. That is why it was easy. But I don't think that is a coincidence. They have purposefully set it like that so that the question is not very tough. But what I told you is, if you are good with fraction simplification and if you are good with basic addition multiplication, you can actually do any type, any particular hour, you can find the same itself by repeatedly adding. Multiplication is repetitive addition. Na? This question is also same thing itself, 2022. Previous question was asked in 2021, this was asked in 22. And read the question carefully. Here there are two statements, and CSIR NET and GATE aspirants, same concept questions were repeated in your papers also. Not the same terminologies or not the same structure of the question, but this 155 by 11 minutes added question was asked in most competitive exam. So try this, a very interesting question. As I always ask, do let me know whether the series is making a difference in your thought process or the way you think about math or way you think about aptitude section. And if there is any suggestions or any suggestions for improvement, do let me know. This is a series where we are learning each concepts in 30 minutes. I know that 30 minutes may be a very lesser time, but for final revision or those who are preparing for exam, who have lack of time also, this short series will be helpful. So, not only 0 degree 180 degrees, Sri. Any time it will be the same. Not only, sorry, any angle. If it is 40 degree also it repeats, but it repeats in two ways, minute hand before and minute hand after. Yeah, 0 degree repeats from 12 o'clock. You can think 12 o'clock, 65 5 by 11 minutes or 1 5 27 seconds later. That 0 degree will be repeated again and again and again. 180 degree is another series. 180 degree you can start from 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock it is 180 degree. Then 155 by 1 5 27 seconds added. You will find all other time when it is repeated. Okay, this question due to lack of time I will start explaining. Between 316 and 317 both hour hand and minute hand coincide. Coincide means 0 degree, na? 0 degree. So this question you can do in different ways. One way is you can use a formula. 0 is equal to half into 60h minus 11m. If you use this formula, because angle is 0, coincide means angle is 0. And our hand value is 3, na? Between 316 and 317 means between 3 and 4, what is the time we can find it? So cross multiplying 2, you will get 0 is equal to 180 minus 11m. Opening up the brackets or modulus, you will get 180 is equal to 11m. That is m is equal to 180 by 11. Yeah, this fraction simplification you have to do, that I have told you in previous classes. Division, if you understand in a logical way, it is very easy. 180 mango divided among 11 people. 110 mango divided among 11 people, everyone will get 10 mangoes each. 70 mango extra, 66 mango divided among 11 people, everyone will get 6 mango each. So 16 and 4 by 11 you will get. 16 and 4 by 11 means 316 some seconds. 4 by 11, if you multiply by 60, you will get the exact seconds. So that is between 316 and 317. Now, this is one way of doing it. If you don't want that 65 and 5 by 11 minutes, this is one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, you can actually use that 65 and 5 by 11 minutes idea. How? Second method is 12 o'clock. I showed you. 12 o'clock. Between 3 and 4, we need to know coinciding. That means 3 times 65 and 5 by 11. That means 3 times 1, 5, 5 by 11. This I have already shown you. I hope you remember it. 1, 5, 5 by 11 should be added. That is 3 hour, 15 minutes, 27 into 3, 81 seconds. 81 seconds is not there. 60 seconds only are there. So extra seconds should be converted to minutes. 60 seconds is 1 minute. So it is 316 for 21 seconds. That way also you can find. Otherwise, the third method is you have to by heart that flashcard. Yeah, which you prefer? Please tell me. Like to hear your perspective, because different people can have different perspective. Which you feel easy. Did you understand all the three perspective? Yeah, some of you may feel the calculation is difficult and all. But did you understand what I taught you now? Between 3 and 4, the time is 316 4 by 11. How to reach this? 3 methods. One way is formula. The first formula I taught you. Second way is by heart this flashcard. Third way is just know 12 o'clock it happens. Then 65 and 5 by 11 minutes 3 times added. 3 times you don't have to separately add. 3 times you multiply it and then add it. All of you are getting the point? Okay. Some of you now decided that by hearting. Yeah, I don't have a problem. If you are okay with by hearting, go for it. But yeah, by hearting means 11 times only you have to, 11 numbers you have to by heart. Because that can be used for this series also. 180 degree also. For 90 degree also that same series can be used actually. but the starting point will change, that's all. Again, that is the idea. So do let me know how you want to learn it, because your feedbacks will help me to emphasize which method I should specify in the next time when I'm taking this session. So that is why I'm asking. I feel calculation much better. 3 times 65 and 5 by 11 is minus 5 for me. Okay, equation is better, I guess. Yeah, equation is also fine. Yeah, if that fraction simplification is difficult, equation may be a little more easier, I guess. So whichever is easy for you, you can go for it. Okay, so anyway, all of you understood the concept. I am happy about it. Calculation, the drawbacks in calculation and all, some things it will take too much time to improve. So whether you have that much time to correct or not, based on that only you have to invest more time on it. I am not of the view that your more than your exam, bettering in math is important. I don't have such a view at all. Your exam is more important. For now, you can focus on exam. Yeah, whenever you want to learn math in a better way, you can visit this channel. In the future, we are planning for some interesting playlist where math is made simple for anyone. Anyone means it is not like a person who is preparing for exam. A person who want to learn math for fun also, there will be playlist in this channel in the future, because as I told, that is some of my dream projects. I want to make everyone feel that math is very simple. So anyway, okay, so this statement is correct now. Now one more statement is there in this question. That statement is very interesting. Between 458 and 459, both minute hand and second hand. Twist in the question. Minute hand and second hand is asked, not minute hand and hour hand. Second hand, we haven't discussed about second hand till now. But 458 and 459 means 458 minute hand will be here, 459 minute hand will be here. But where will be second hand? At 458, second hand will start from here. At 459, second hand will be back at here itself. Now, because in every minute, second hand will travel 60 seconds. Now, because 1 minute is 60 seconds. That means one full cycle or one full circle. In that full circle, the second hand will meet our minute hand for sure. Na? In this full circle, second hand will meet minute hand for sure. Will meet means they will coincide. That will be between 458 and 459. What is the time we don't want to know? Will it coincide? Yes. Or in general, I can teach you as a theory. In every minute, minute hand and second hand coincide generally. In every minute, minute hand and second hand coincide. So second statement is correct. And the problem is in exam hall, reading this is hour hand and minute hand, there is high chance that you can read this as also minute hand and hour hand. Then you will make a mistake, because 458, 459, minute hand and hour hand is not coinciding. That time is 450 for something. And you will waste time on calculation also using that 65 and 5 by 11 minutes. That is not needed at all, because second hand is the key. So this statement is correct, this statement is correct. So both 1 and 2 is correct. Is it clear to all of you? Question. Sir, can you please start a course for practice? The timer like 50 PY. I will try, Sonia. I don't know, as per my schedule currently it will be possible, but if it is possible, definitely I will. As I told, if more people are being part of this community or this part of this YouTube community, I will be able to invest more time on this, because for me that is the motivation I have. More people being part of my sessions, that itself is a motivation to schedule more such series. Yes, Sriju, now it is clear. Na? Shruti also, yes. Exactly, Varsha, that is common mistake. Now if you are skipping there is high chance that in exam hall like scenario, the careless mistakes can happen. That is why when you practice, make sure that you take care of these things, so that in exam hall you can, it is just a conscious effort you have to take, nothing else. If you take a conscious effort that when I read the question, I will double check the keywords, and that way definitely you can actually improve. So that is it. Today we can complete here. There is one more concept in clock problem called faulty wall clock concept. Faulty wall clock concept. I will add this question and you can pause the video and check the solution of this. Due to lack of time, I'm not explaining it. Those of you attended my classroom program, I already discussed this. This is also important, but this take at least 15 to 20 minutes to convincingly learn the concept. This was asked 1 or 2 times only in PYQs, but it is good to learn that also. So if you are not able to understand the explanation in the slide, try to learn this concept. Faulty wall clock concept, if you Google it itself, you can get it. I think I have given one session on that in this channel in some other playlist, but I don't remember which session it was. It was part of a clock problem lecture, but I have taken clock problem about 5 or 6 lectures in this channel. Which video I don't remember. If I remember it, I will share it in the Telegram channel, or if I get time to find it, I will share it in the Telegram channel. Faulty wall clock situation, that we will discuss if time allows, maybe on another class. Otherwise, please learn it. That is also an important concept. All other concepts we have discussed already about clock and time or clock problems. Okay, so that's it. In gate playlist it is there. Okay, thank you so much, Ashwin. Those of you want to learn it from my playlist itself, check the gate playlist, or if possible I will share that video. I will timestamp it and share it in the Telegram channel. So those of you are in the Telegram channel, there you will find it. So calendar problem is tomorrow's topic. Another interesting topic. Tomorrow we will discuss calendar problem. So thank you, Rajan. Thank you so much for the good words. Thank you, Shri. That will be definitely a motivation. Sure, Sonia, definitely. Okay, that's it. Let's conclude then. Do hit the like button if the session was useful. And CSIR NET aspirants, your full-length courses available. Yeah, I am thinking about planning for courses for different exams, but dedicated courses for different exams, whether PYQs of that particular exam is also covered. In this playlist, we are covering UPSC previous year questions. But if you want CSIR NET previous year questions and all concepts, dedicated course if you want, that is available in our mobile application. So it's a recorded video course with about 60 recorded video covering complete theory previous year questions, and 500 rupee worth online study materials including 100 flashcards are part of this course. So the course will be in English and Hindi, and it can be accessed in laptop and mobile. So that is you can check out in our mobile application. And those of you want the flashcards that I am showing in the class at 99 rupee, it is available in our mobile application for UPSC, for CSIR, for both exams. Flashcards are available, so that also you can check out. So, and those of you want free resources, these are the links of the free resources. So if you feel the session is useful, do bring more and more people to the live sessions, or do share it to them so that they can watch it live or recorded as per their convenience. So thank you all. Take care, all of you. Those of you watching the recording also, do let me know what you felt about the session. And all my live students, thanks a lot for the encouraging words. Thank you, because that really means a lot to me. Because as I told, this evening session is always like, just like you people, when you study also, after too much study in the evening, you will be exhausted now. So I also take it at a time when I'm exhausted. Your good words or your motivating words is always good for me to have that energy, even if I'm not physically that energetic at this particular time. Because we are taking, those of you watching recording, these live sessions are at 8:30 p.m. evening, 8:30 p.m. That is why I have about 3 or 4 sessions daily in my channel and other classroom coaching programs also. So after that, this session is actually little exhausting, but definitely the crowd that is there, or the students that is there in the live session, is always a motivation for me to come to the live session always. Otherwise, I could have recorded the session, but live session experience for an educator also, it is always interesting and always encouraging, the interaction or the feedback in the live session itself. So thank you all of you once again for that. Have a good night. See you all in the next class.